सुरू करूया.
सगळीकडे सर मासे लागी येतात.
आजच्या प्रेस कॉन्फरन्सात म्हजे बरोबर आमचे केंद्रीय मंत्री किरण रिजिजू, आमचे पार्टीचे जनरल सेक्रेटरी आणि आदले मेंबर ऑफ पार्लिमेंट ॲडव्होकेट नरेंद्र सावयकर, हांव तुमचे सगळ्या पत्रकार भाव भयणांचे भारतीय जनता पार्टी गोवा प्रदेशच्या वतीन सगळ्यांचे हार्दिक स्वागत करता आजच्या पत्रकार परिशदेक. आजची पत्रकार परिशद खास जे केंद्रातले बजेट जे मांडिल्लें आसा, आमचे पंतप्रधान नरेंद्र मोदीजी यांच्या मार्गदर्शनाचेर आनी आमची फायनान्स मिनिस्टर निर्मला सीतारामनजी हांच्यांनी जे बजेट लोकसभेन मांडलें आनी ताचेर चर्चा सध्या लोकसभा राज्यसभेन चालू आसा आनी त्या संदर्भातले उलोवपाक लागून आज मुद्दम हांगासर आमचे मदीं आमचे केंद्रातले मंत्री किरण रिजिजूजी आयिल्ले आसात. हांव तुमी सगळेच तांकां वळखतात. बरेचदा गोंयांत येवनूय गेले ते. स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर आसतना बरेचदा वेगवेगळ्या इनॉग्रेशन आसत, फावंडेशन स्टोन आसत, त्या कार्यक्रम आनी पार्टीच्या कामा निमित्तान बरेचदा गोंयांतूय तेंचे येवन गेल्यात. किरण रिजिजू हे मूळ अरुणाचल प्रदेश आनी आमचे भारतीय जनता पार्टीचे विविध पोजिशन पार्टीचे ऑर्गनायझेशन स्ट्रक्चरा भितर वोट जाल्ले आनी 2004 ते आतां पासून प्रत्येक हे त्यांची 5वी निवडणूक. मोठ्या मताधिक्यान प्रत्येक निवडणूक ही लोकसभेची ते निवडून येतात आनी हे करता आसतना वेगवेगळे मंत्रालयानूय तेंच्यांनी काम केल्लें आसा. तेंच्यांनी होम अफेअर्स मिनिस्ट्रीचे जे स्टेट मिनिस्टरूय आशिल्ले, इंडिपेंडंट चार्ज आशिल्लो तेंचे कडेन, स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर म्हणून तेंच्यांनी एक बऱ्या तरेचें काम ह्या देशा भितर तेंच्यांनी केल्लें आसा. आनी आज तांचे कडेन पार्लिमेंटरी अफेअर्स मिनिस्ट्री ही तांचे कडेन आसा. एक बरे मंत्री म्हण ते काम करतात आनी मुद्दम ते आज हांगा गोंया भितर आयिल्ले आसात. हांव तांचें स्वागत करता. हांव विनंती करता की आप इस प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस को शुरू.
धन्यवाद जी. हिंदी इंग्लिश क्या ठीक है?
हिंदी
तो हमारा गोवा भारतीय जनता पार्टी का राज्य इकाई का अध्यक्ष सदानंद सेठ रावटे जी, हमारे राज्यसभा एमपी भी हैं, हमारे साथी हैं, और हमारा फॉर्मर एमपी स्टेट बीजेपी जनरल सेक्रेटरी नरेंद्र सावयकर जी. मैं बहुत बार गोवा आ चुका हूं. इस बार यूनियन बजट 2024-25 के लिए आपको बात करने के लिए आया हूं. अलग अलग समय में मेरा एक्सपीरियंस रहा है. 1978-79 में भी मैं बहुत यंग लड़का होकर के गोवा आया था, और बाद में एज ए मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट, एज ए मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट होम अफेयर्स, स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर, आयुष मिनिस्टर, एज लॉ मिनिस्टर, एज मेरे पास में एडिशनल चार्जेस भी था और 2-4 मंत्रालय, तो मैं कई बार गोवा आया. गोवा इज नेचुरली ब्यूटीफुल. गोवा इज blessed with natural resources. But one thing every Goan will have to understand is all the resources, all the potential which Goa has require proper support from the central government and from the state government. When I came to Goa as a young boy, Goa had only natural beauty and beautiful people. But last 10 years, 10 years is not very long time, but in last 10 years, I have seen world-class infrastructure in Goa. ये बहुत मेरा पर्सनल ऑब्जर्वेशन है, मगर ये रियलिटी है। मैं एज ए स्टूडेंट आया, गोवा बहुत सुंदर था, बीचेस है, फॉरेस्ट है, वाटर सोर्सेस है, लेकिन असलियत में अच्छा नेशनल हाईवे, अच्छा स्पोर्ट्स स्टेडियम, वर्ल्ड क्लास एयरपोर्ट, मेजर स्किलिंग प्रोग्राम, मेजर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट रिकॉर्ड लास्ट 10 इयर्स में हमको देखने को मिला है। इसलिए मैं गोवा के मुख्यमंत्री प्रमोद सावंत जी और पूरा टीम को बधाई देता हूं। लेकिन ये हुआ कैसे? ये जो रिकॉर्ड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इन लास्ट 10 इयर्स हुआ कैसे? आफ्टर नरेंद्र मोदी जी became the Prime Minister of India, I have been minister with him from the first day. I have seen, I have witnessed it, how much Prime Minister Modi ji has supported Goa, and for that matter every part of the country. But today, since I am in Goa to talk about budget, people of Goa are very fortunate that we have Narendra Modi ji as Prime Minister, and earlier Manohar Parrikar ji as a visionary Chief Minister, and now Dr. Pramod Sawant with a very efficient team of party workers and his other cabinet colleagues and MLAs. So in a nutshell, मैं आपको शॉर्ट में बताता हूं क्योंकि बहुत लंबा बोलने से फायदा नहीं है। आप लोग सबको मालूम है इस बार बजट में देश के लिए क्या फायदा है। सबसे पहले ये जो बजट है 2024-25 का बजट है, ये बजट विकसित भारत, टू मेक इंडिया फुल्ली डेवलप्ड कंट्री बाय 2047, उस विकसित भारत का फाउंडेशन ले किया है इस बार का बजट फॉर विकसित भारत। और ये बजट टू मेक इंडिया द थर्ड लार्जेस्ट इकोनॉमी इन द वर्ल्ड विद इन नेक्स्ट 2-3 इयर्स, उसका सॉलिड फाउंडेशन ये 2024-25 का बजट है। सो दिस इज नॉट एन ऑर्डिनरी बजट, दिस बजट इज अ hugely historic budget, because this budget will make India a developed nation, and this budget will make India third largest economy in the world within next 3-4 years time. तो इसलिए इस बजट में कई चीजें हैं। नंबर 1, थ्रू दिस बजट गोवा विल without any doubt emerge as the most attractive tourist destinations in the country. As I said earlier, Goa is always beautiful, but you need infrastructure. Just beautiful and beautiful people, beautiful place is not enough. You need beautiful infrastructure and facilities to support in making Goa a leading tourist destination. So this special emphasis given on the tourism sector will make Goa unquestionably not only the most attractive tourist destination, but a destination with world-class infrastructures and other facilities. Then Goa is a coastal state. The fishing industry will prosper, will flourish, because there are provisions in the budget. I'm not going into the details of the budget because it will become very lengthy. I'm just giving in a nutshell that the fishing industry, the production of shrimp for export, for local consumption, Goa will become one of the most leading manufacturing hub, not only for small items, but many other important high definition items. Goa will become important exporting and producing hub of our nation. Goa has comparatively smaller land, so we require to have very scientific method of farming. So the special emphasis given on natural farming and also to provide very important supports and other important incentives to enhance the agricultural produce and capacity. I think the agro-based industry will take a nice leap in Goa within next few years, because the budgetary support which has been provided will directly benefit the farmers, especially the progressive farmers of Goa. Then the infrastructure, which it is a record I have spoken in the press also, that 11,111 crore capital expenditure allocated under this budget will transform all India. If you see the entire western belt, from Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, this will become one of the finest regions, not only in India, but in the world. That amount of capital expenditure allocated in this budget will transform not only railways, airways and shipping ports, it will get into many other critical infrastructures which are important to propel our economic growth. Because you know very well, today in the world, India is the fastest growing big economies. Amongst the economies, big economies, India is the fastest growing economy. 8.2% GDP growth. And when the whole world is slowing down, India is growing so fast. So we are lucky that despite the global slowdown, India is growing so fast. This is because of the very intelligent economic management and very prudent fiscal management. So we are managing the fiscal deficits as well as we are enhancing the capital expenditure. So this is a huge movement for entire people of this country. If you talk about Goa again, Goa received a total of 4,814.23 crore from the distribution of net proceeds of union taxes and duties. So comparatively if you see, Goa's the share has been increasing in a huge number compared to the previous during the Congress time. If you see, compared to the period of UPA government, that is up to 2014. In 2009 to 2014, Goa's tax devolution from the center was just a small meager, which has jumped by whopping 217%. And the grant in aid from the central for the Goa has increased by 73.91%. That is, I'm talking about from 2014 to 2024, this year. So it is not a 10%, 20% jump. 217.75% jump in the grant and aid. So that means how Modi ji has special love, special care for the people of Goa. Then one more thing, Finance Minister's review of agricultural research, which is going to benefit the people of Goa directly, is the productivity in the and the development of climate resilient crop varieties, especially mango farming in Goa. I want to taste more the Goa mango. So this Goa farming, mango farming in Goa has, I'm told, one of the best quality, and the yield will really enhance, I think, by double numbers, and it will mitigate the losses. So this will directly benefit the mango growers. And another important point which I would like to mention is Nucleus Breeding Center and financing through NABARD. This is especially for the fishermen. we want to see that the fishermen Goa gets the special support. And with this, and as I mentioned earlier about the shrimp industry, Goa will increase by huge numbers its exports, and it will create large number of jobs, especially in the farming and food processing sectors. Now finally, what I want to touch is about the youth. This is the first time I have been seeing the union budget directly for last 21 years. This budget is the most dedicated and focused budget for creating employment. So the job creation, implementation of 3 employment link incentives under the Prime Minister's package. Now it is based on the EPFO enrollment for the first time workers who will be entering into the formal sector. These incentives provided for the youth will enhance not only large numbers of the creation of employment for the youth, but it will upskill their talent. It will make them employable. It will make them very useful in getting their employment in so many diverse sectors. So we are giving topmost priority for the unemployment issue, and Prime Minister has shown his commitment and dedication in this budget presented by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji. Another important thing about the workforce is we want to enhance the workforce of the women. Now there will be setting up of working women's hospital. These are dedicated working women's hospital to be established in different urban centers and cities. And this will be in collaboration with the industries. So we are asking the industries to come forward, participate, and ensure that all the necessary facilities are created so that the women are encouraged to get the employment. And in Goa, I think there's a very good culture where women they have a very nice, conducive atmosphere to work. Now, with this provision, the women workforce in the employment rate will further increase, and this is great news for people of Goa. And the Finance Minister had announced central scheme to skill 20 lakh youth over next 5-year period throughout the country, and 1,000 industrial training institutes will be upgraded to create as a hub and to create as a spoke arrangement with outcome orientation. So a city state like Goa is a geographically smaller state, so it is very urban centric state. So Goa will be one of the primary beneficiaries of this announcement in this budget. So I'm very happy that this budget 2024-25 is going to have direct and immediate benefit for the people of Goa. There are many other schemes, but I think it will take long time. मैं बहुत लंबा नहीं कहना चाहता हूँ क्योंकि इतना ज़्यादा स्कीम है, वो आप लोग ने भी बजट तो सुना है, लेकिन मैं जस्ट आउटलाइन करके आपको बता रहा हूँ. स्किलिंग से लेकर के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और सोशल सेक्टर में फॉर एजुकेशन पोर्शन के लिए 3 crore new houses for the poor people, and other budgetary support for the infrastructure. Like गोवा में 2-4 गांव है, मतलब थोड़ा दूर में गांव है, उनके लिए 3rd फेज का प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम सड़क योजना, और बहुत सा जो स्कीम है जो गोवा सेंट्रिक स्कीम्स है. माइनिंग है, माइनिंग गोवा इज a very important mining state. So government is planning to launch the auction of the first tranche of the offshore blocks for mining, building on the exploration already carried on. So this will benefit Goa, and Goa will become a highly resource generation state. तो उससे आपका personally Goa is one of the highest per capita state in the country, and I think if we implement all these schemes, all the support given by central government through this budget announcement, Goa will go further up to enhance its status as a leading and the highest per capita state in the country. So I congratulate people of Goa. मेरा दोनों साथी है, सदानंद जी तो हमारा साथी है, राज्यसभा मेंबर है, ये स्टेट प्रेसिडेंट भी है, तो वो तो बहुत खुश होगा. He is the state president and under his presidency, Goa is going to get huge benefits. So along with Pramod Sawant ji, our president, will be very happy. Then Savarkar ji, Narendra Savarkar ji, our former colleague as member of parliament, and all our senior leaders, they will be very happy. Today, despite my other engagement, I am very glad that I could come to Goa and give just a cover up few talks on important aspects of the budget 2024-25. जैसे मैंने पहले कहा, बजट का डिटेल सबको मालूम है, वेबसाइट में है, आपने बजट सुना होगा. मैं सिर्फ इसका इम्पोर्टेंस को थोड़ा अच्छी तरह से बोलने के लिए आपके बीच में आया हूँ. मोटा चीज मैंने कवर की है. It's very fortunate to come to Goa, and today I was telling our state president, and I posted in my social media also, the road from the new Manohar airport, such a world-class airport and world-class road. So first landing in Goa airport itself will give the best impression that Goa is such a leading destination. Everybody would love to come to Goa. So airport, highway और बाकी infrastructure, ये है बीजेपी का देन. And I thank people of Goa for understanding all these things and always blessing BJP, Modi ji, and Pramod Sawant ji led the government in the state. Thank you very much. Okay, मैंने डिटेल बोल दिया, अभी कोई क्लैरिफिकेशन की जरूरत नहीं. बहुत डिटेल बोल दिया.
सवाल पूछ सकते हैं?
पूछिए.
You mentioned about the employment generation on a large scale, but if we see the previous budgets, the second tenure of Modi ji or the first tenure, then also in these budgets there were employment generation provisions. So is it that it is not completely being achieved, the target of?
Your question has great relevance with the reality. What happened was in 2020 the COVID pandemic hit the whole world. And due to the COVID pandemic, the manufacturing sector was hit very hard. And after that, the global slowdown happened. But India was one of the few countries which came back and revived and got back to the track as quickly as possible. Modi ji had launched various other important programs during this time. But with this new budget, Modi ji's historic third term as the Prime Minister of this country has to begin with something good news for the country. That is why I am saying the historic budget. Because Modi ji's third term, after 60 years since independent India, we got independence in 46. Nehru ji expired in 1964. After that, this is the first time a Prime Minister was given mandate for the third time, and in the third time, the first budget of the third term is going to make Atmanirbhar Bharat and the third largest economy in the world. So, while we are making India third largest economy, we cannot undermine the necessary steps to be taken for job creation. That is why the special emphasis and the incentive links for employment are provided so that our youth, not only they have become employable, but we are creating opportunities so that they will get the employment. Employment can be employment can be through recruitment, through many other things. But the support which is given here, and especially as I mentioned about special emphasis given to the women, youth and women, these are the two most important segment of the society. If women and the youth are deprived, country cannot progress. So that is why the employment generation will get most mileage through this budget. Okay, जी?
सर जैसे आपने मेंशन किया जब when आप यंग थे तब गोवा में आते थे तब उस टाइम गोवा बहुत ब्यूटीफुल था, बीचेस था, बट जैसे सर डेवलपमेंट होते गया है, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बढ़ते गया, उसका इफेक्ट टूरिज्म के ऊपर हो गया है, उसका इफेक्ट एनवायरनमेंट के ऊपर हो गया। पिछले कुछ सालों में देखा है तो गोवा में जो इंटरनेशनल टूरिस्ट है वो आने की जो फिगर्स है वो कम हो गए हैं, कैसे देखते हो सर?
ऐसा है, क्वेश्चन तो बहुत रेलेवेंट है, लेकिन आपको with the passage of the time, how things change, you have to understand that. See, in 1970 and 79 when I came here, I came twice. Goa had 1 or 2 airlines coming and landing here. Highway was almost non-existent those days. Normal roads. There's a one lake, क्या lake होता है गोवा में? Mahim Lake, and then some beaches. So I went and saw all these places. There were nothing called world-class infrastructure those days. So the numbers of tourists were very less. Now, the numbers of tourists have increased by multifold, like more than 100 times. And people's aspiration, people's requirement, people's need, everything increases. So when the tourist increases, there will be or there is a potential to have an impact on the environment. So sustainable tourism growth is the most important thing we should keep in our mind when we are developing tourism industry. So environmental protection, sustainability, these are important. So most of our projects these days, you might have seen, all the projects, look at the airport, how environment friendly the airport has been made. You see the roads, how the beautiful trees and other forests are maintained just alongside the road. These are very important aspects of development. In the name of development, you cannot just throw away the environmental concern. So that is why to make Goa a world-class destination, we must develop in a sustainable manner, and for that we need world-class infrastructure, keeping in mind the environmental requirements. तो इसलिए 1979 और आज का परिस्थिति देखिए, मैंने बदलाव बीजेपी का समय ही देखा है। कांग्रेस का समय में तो दे नेवर थिंक अबाउट बिल्डिंग वर्ल्ड क्लास इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, वो सिर्फ टैक्स ले लेकर के अपना पॉकेट गर्म करने में बिजी रहते हैं कांग्रेस पार्टी। हम लोग ने देश बदल दिया। आप देखो अभी गोवा क्रॉस करके यू गो टू कर्नाटका, यू गो टू महाराष्ट्र, वर्ल्ड क्लास हाईवेज, not only in Goa, just go to the rural areas. The country has changed. I come from Northeast India. The officers of Goa and officers of my state are same, UT cadre. All the officers, chief secretaries, commissioners, all these directors who are in Goa, they all have served in Arunachal. So we are a common service by common officers. So I know how Goa has transformed under BJP and how Goa suffered during Congress time. I sometimes would like to thank God also that BJP government came to power in Goa and took all necessary steps which were necessary for sustaining Goa's development. Otherwise, Goa would have collapsed if Congress had continued. ठीक है?
Thank you very much.